Alright, what's up YouTube Rams Country? This is your boy Alexander24 here. Bringing this video today. Well, I haven't brought a video in quite some time, probably since the LA news about 2.5 months ago. I know there's been a lot of news as of lately. There's been not breaking news, but some news. Of course, with Case Keenum being named the starter for this upcoming season. I know Chris, James, Jared Cook were released. The whole news with our cornerbacks, Janoris Jenkins with his deal, Trumaine with his, and all the news circling around the Rams with free agency, the players to look at, and us re-signing players. So I mean, I know that this has been going on, but I didn't want to make a bunch of little 1-minute videos, and I want to make more of like a collab, like what I'm going to do right now. Talk about a little bit about everything, all the updates that's happened as of lately, what to look towards free agency, some of the players that have been going around the Rams, and players that we have to probably resign before Monday, March 7th. So let's get right into it. I mean, I know the first thing is going to be on like 2.5 weeks ago, Rams released Chris Long, James Nice, and Jared Cook. It kind of came out to a pretty big surprise. Sorry, got a message. A pretty big surprise to most Ram fans. With Chris Long and James Nice, us parting ways. Two key players on this defense. And you can pretty much say the face of the franchise for these last couple of years. Of course, Chris Long, his production has been depleting each year since 2011. In 11, he had 11 sacks, and then from there he had 5, he had 1.5, then 3. Those numbers are around there, but his production hasn't been there as of lately. A lot of injuries. And with these two releases with James Nice as well, I mean, his production was still there. Besides that, it was just the money issues. That was a thing. So, I mean, I kind of think that was kind of the biggest thing, just the money. And for some of these players, the production. Now, with Chris Long, it leaves in a pretty tough spot. I mean, William Hayes, Eugene Sims are both in free agency. They might hit free agency if you don't sign them until Monday. So, I mean, puts you in a hard spot. As of right now, Ethan Westbrooks is that starting defensive end. With James Laurinaitis, we have the whole move now. Alec Ogletree moving to the middle linebacker spot, which I really like. I mean, I like that move. I was actually predicting it after we released James Laurinaitis, us moving Alec into the middle linebacker and us keeping Mark Barron and keeping him on that side, on the outside linebacker, where he played very, very well last year. So that's with James and Chris Long. I mean, with Jared Cook, you cut yourself, Jared Cook. I mean, you have two things to do. You have one is to block and another is to catch, and you didn't do neither of them. And honestly, I mean, this doesn't really, I don't really care about the whole Jared Cook thing. I mean, he didn't do too much besides his first year. And I mean, now Lance steps in the spot, either whether we go after a tight end in free agency or in the draft. But these 3 cuts save us about $24 million. That was the biggest positive from this. I mean, but I am really gonna miss Chris Long and James Laurinaitis. It was a lot of fun watching them play. I mean, they were the first couple of players that I watched play, besides Steven Jackson. But I wish him nothing but the best, with James probably going to New Orleans, and maybe Chris Long comes back. You just never know. I mean, he's probably I haven't seen too much teams interested in Chris Long. I haven't seen. I mean, I don't know. But next up, Jeff Fisher reports Case Keenum will be our starter this next upcoming season. I mean, we still have free agency. We still have the draft to look at. I mean, with quarterbacks. So, as of right now, he is our starting quarterback. So, he didn't play too bad last year. I mean, he could have, like Jeff Fisher said, he should have went 5-0. 2 games were Greg Zuerlein's fault, pretty much. But he should have went 5-0. He went 3-2. I mean, I think he played pretty well. Better than Nick Foles. Now, onto our cornerbacks. Has been pretty much what all people have been talking about with Janoris Jenkins and Trumaine Johnson. First off, with Janoris, probably a week ago, we offered him a 5-year deal, $45 million, $9 million a year. Now, this came from us by surprise. I mean, I didn't think we were gonna offer him $9 million off the back. I mean, I don't know. We don't know everything, every detail, but this is what pretty much was said. Said we lowballed him. He's been locking down his side for 4 years, forcing the ball the other way. Not quite what I remember, Janoris, but I mean, somewhat. I mean, I remember you getting blown by for 80 yards by Brandon Lloyd, Golden Tate, getting burnt by Dez Bryant a couple years ago. That was a nasty one. And AJ Green just last year. I mean, yeah, the whole clamp season last year. I mean, you played very well. I mean, better than previous years. But I mean, I still saw you getting. We still saw you getting burnt last year. But probably, I think he's only pretty much saying from last year, locking down his side. I mean, obviously you're not going to defend every single ball. I mean, that's not, I mean, you have to be a god to do that. But, I mean, he held his own last year. But he still were making some stupid mistakes. So, I mean, just 1 year can't say you're offered already 11 mil, which I'm guessing that's what he wants. I mean, is he trying to be? I said this after he started putting out all those stupid tweets with us lowballing him. Like, is this dude's gonna be like the next Byron Maxwell if he doesn't get his head out of his ass? I mean, what does he want? 10 mil like Byron Maxwell and then go plays for a team and then plays like shit? I mean, that's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, I would love for us to keep Janoris Jenkins. I love that he's young. He has that swagger. He brings that swagger to our team. And that attitude, that's what I like. I like the attitude. But, I mean, if he's trying to play with us and wants all this money, and then just to go back to his old self, then no. I mean, there's still so many things. I mean, we may be into the bid war with Janoris Jenkins. We may not. I mean, we'll all see till March 9th. And the other thing was the Rams franchise tag Trumaine Johnson, and it didn't come too much of a surprise, but the price did. $13.95 million for franchise tagging Trumaine Johnson, which was pretty big. So, some really good news. I will be totally fine if we have Trumaine and EJ Gaines right there side by side with LaMarcus or Marcus Robinson on the slot. I would have no problem, or even looking for somebody in free agency and in the draft. So, I love this. I mean, I was hoping we'd sign him long term, but I mean, keep him another year. So hopefully he changes his mind. I mean, gets to stay with us long term. So, like I was saying, the Rams have until Monday, March 7th, to re-sign any players that we have to sign. I mean, pretty much, so they don't go and hit free agency like Janoris. So here are unrestricted and restricted free agents. Unrestricted: Greg Zuerlein, William Hayes, Eugene Sims, Nick Fairley, Janoris Jenkins now, Mark Barron, Ronnie McLeod, Brian Quick, Corey Harkey, Tim Barnes. And restricted are Darren Bates, Cody Davis, Case Keenum, Benny Cunningham, Chase Reynolds, and Brian Folkers. Of those players, the people that I'd like us to go and try to resign are William Hayes, Eugene Sims. We need to keep this defense intact for a long time. This chemistry, I mean, this is what our team is pretty much based on, is our defense. And that's what, and when you think about the Rams right now, I mean, yeah, Todd Gurley, but you want to think about that defense, okay? So I really want to try to re-sign Eugene Sims, William Hayes, Mark Barron, Ronnie McLeod, and Corey Harkey, Tim Barnes, Darren Bates, Case Keenum, Benny Cunningham, and Chase Reynolds. I like Chase Reynolds because on the special team side, I mean, he plays very, very good. He hustles, pretty much. And from those players, the people that, no excuses, I really want us to resign no matter what, are pretty much William Hayes, Mark Barron, and Ronnie McLeod. I mean, I can pretty much put in there Corey Harkey and Benny Cunningham. But those three players, William Hayes, Mark Barron, and Ronnie McLeod, I don't give a damn what you have to do. You have to resign them now that you're losing James Laurinaitis and Chris Long. And Ronnie McLeod, period. I don't want... We have too many... I don't know what... If they release them and we let them hit the free agency, I don't know what the hell we're doing. So, those are the players that we have to resign. And for this season and free agency, us hitting free agency, we have around $45 million in the cap. We got a big hit from Trumaine's franchise tag. But the other thing is, we shouldn't focus too much on players that we should sign, but we have to focus more on players that we have to re-sign, and that's this year and next year. We have Michael Brockers next year. We have Tavon Austin. We have Alec Ogletree. We have a lot of players to resign, and it's gonna. Oh, EJ Gaines, I believe so. I forgot. Sorry. I had a list and I lost it. But if we thought this year was bad, it's gonna be a lot worse next year if we don't resign these players. Not worse, but it's gonna be a little more difficult. So I really want us to focus on re-signing players instead of signing players this year. But it is free agency, so we have to talk about some players that we have to look at and some news that have been around the Rams. So just today, there was Alex Mack. Is he a fit for the Rams at center if Tim Barnes doesn't come back? We all know the Peyton Manning, the Colin Kaepernick, if they come, if Peyton plays another year, which I don't think he should. I mean, end your career with the ring. Brock Osweiler coming to the Rams in LA. RG3. There's Prince Amukamara for, I've even said his damn last name right, for cornerback. Adam Pac-Man Jones is one I really want us to try to go after. Sean Smith for receivers. There is Marvin Jones. There's Ruben Randall. Rashard Matthews. Some players that you have to look at for this free agency that we might go after. So, I mean, it's not till next Wednesday, which I will most likely bring out a video Wednesday with or without, even if we don't sign anybody. I did that last year with the whole Nick Foles and Sam Bradford trade. So, that's pretty much it. I mean, leave me for the comments below. I mean, I wanna know what you guys think. Should we resign these players? Who do you think we should resign? Who do you think we shouldn't? What do you think we should do with Janoris Jenkins? Should we really try keeping him in the pretty much now in the bid war in free agency? Do you like us with franchise tagging Trumaine Johnson? Do you think no? This is the biggest one. Do you think we should go for a quarterback in free agency or in the draft, or no quarterback at all? Just ride with Case Keenum. Hopefully he Kurt Warner's us. So, pretty much just what you think. Let me know in the comments below. Give me your input, your thoughts, your opinions. So that's my time as of right now. Shout out to my boys, Mr. Raker 24, SoCal Rams, Nate 24/7, my boy Rockstar Rams, and the new kids on the block. Pretty much, Reengage Ram and Swaggy T. Shout out to you guys. So, that's my time till probably next Wednesday. So Rams up. See you guys later.